So I really want to touch on a very sensitive thing you said. If you feel free to talk about it, please. Because you did say something that you were going through marital issues and you were being accused of something you were not guilty of. But on the internet space, you never came out to clarify anything.
Yeah, it's difficult to clarify yourself because the same people that are bullying you on the internet, they are still there. They're going to say, whatever you say, they were like, no, don't mind him. He's still missing her. Why? Go ahead, move on. Well, they just make you feel like, what's going on? And if you are not prepared to handle it, you'll be crushed. Okay? My secondary school, St. Nicholas College on CMD Road, Magodo, was shut down. Over $480 million naira investment. That year, 480 million naira investment was shut down, and all I had was constant battery. And I was always saying, look, I don't this lady, what's going on? I went on air, I was like, come on, I never did. Babe, what's going on? They said, do I? No, but you're a star, you know, they can always manipulate things and all that. So I was gullible until I discovered that she was actually the one behind this whole thing. Some ladies are too desperate for marriage lately. And she actually told me one time that I'm not the marriage type. I didn't understand it. So the young man needs to know that there are plenty of ladies that are not the marriage type lately. And they're the ones that get you and I first. The good ones don't show the signs that you want to go to a party with a girl. But these ladies show you everything you want to see. And then when you get into it, there's a luck. So it was depressing to find out that the person you were actually confiding in knows that men were coming to your house and was making calls with them and arranging and discussing this thing. And the resolution was, okay, after it all, blackmail him. I was busy grouping with the blackmail. I didn't know it was much more than that. So my school was shut down. Students were told, go home. This school is shut down. This marriage is shut down. On the same day, I was on air heading for a movie shoot in America. They already knew I was traveling. They were planning it. So I had to do, I was directing a movie and I was going to act in one of the movies. So 2 movies for G&J Pictures in Maryland. So they knew I was going to be away for a while. So they took their time to plan. So I was on air when she rang the bell. And all the students came out and said, look, I'm shutting down this school right now. You all have to go tell your parents, put you in another school. I wasn't waiting for it. I came back home to nothing. My property, my house has been moved. Everything in there, because my house is in Ogudu GRA, where I built my own house. But I was staying close to St. Nicholas College in Magodo, because if a student needs attention, I should be able to wake up 2 a.m., 3 a.m. to attend to it and do what I got to do. So they had moved all the properties I have in Lagos. I lost plenty of them, like 80% of my lands, because it was just the bag I traveled to America with that I had just with me.
So the documents for those lands were taken?
People are bidding on my property and I'm looking at it and I feel myself, because I can't defend what you don't have evidence to. So it was a planned thing.
So evidence was taken?
There's no evidence, because you came back, they've moved your load out of the house and you can't see any piece, nothing. Your wristwatches, your awards, your pictures with presidents, everything I got as Emeka Ike was gone. It was just that box I went to America with. So connecting with is very, very easy for me, because you go through a lot of resilience, bottled up emotions, anger, confusion, misconstrued truths, making you feel manipulation, and you never know where it's coming from. Sometimes you want to please this person for the other person, but you don't even know that she's actually manipulating you. So I feel sorry for young men like you, especially. I don't know if you're married. I was asking someone at Aminu Kano airport yesterday. I just came through Saudi Arabia last night. I'm like, I'm sorry for the young men like you that are not married, because the narrative out there is that it's all about the money. And when they come, they don't like you for nothing. You're just an issue. And you must be popular, you must be rich, you must be a very strong banker, a successful man to be a woman beater. No carpenter is on the social space. No bricklayer is a woman beat on the social space. You have to be successful. And there are people like Iyabo Ojo that are there to back them up and say, hey, yes, 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 Kilode, Kilode. Now, your experience as Iyabo Ojo might not be the same thing with that lady, because that could be a criminal. Anybody who interacts with assassins, gunmen, is a criminal, male or female. So we need to understand that the social space is polluted in Nigeria. I'm a resident in Germany. My family also lives in Nuremberg. You don't put everything out there. You just don't go on air and post anything. So when I hear people say, it's my right, your right to abuse me, to give me a wrong image, and sorry is all I get for it, somebody needs to regulate our social space.
So you said sorry is all I get for it. Has she apologized?
If it was deliberate, there's no apology coming, because there's a lot to cover for. Man, I was hunted like a rabbit. Gunmen were coming to my house. Marksmen. Go to Magodo police post. You see my statements. Marksmen were in my house this afternoon. Oh, 6 men came to my house the other night. Oh, some men came with gun. Not jokes. Then I was after Segun Arinze, because then as a human rights activist, I felt, well, they're coming for me because I'm fighting against them. It was a whole lot of manipulation.
Have you gotten your school back?
How can you get a school back? What's his name? The Minister of Aviation now. What's his name? That lawyer.
Festus Keyamo?
Festus Keyamo was to be my lawyer then. He was my lawyer before I became a government man. When he saw the damage, he said, bros, let me not use that word, and move on. Leave the school. It's messed up. Because this is a moral institution where you can be criticized or for being anything corrupt. Parents will pull their kids out. Where you can be maligned or anything being said about bad misbehavior, bad character, whatever shouldn't be mentioned around you as, So I couldn't save the school because parents were already pulling their kids out when the proprietors woke up on the same day I was on air. She sent the Prado Jeep that took me to the airport. And the driver came back. She asked, where is he? He said, your guy is on air. He said, okay, give me the assembly bell. And the students gathered and said, I'm shutting down. Get your parents to put in another school. And it was...
Hi, good day everyone. So today I just want to ship in something based on what Emeka Ike, our famous Nollywood actor, said. Although it's been long I kind of seen his video. So Emeka Ike was kind of giving out ordeal stories about his previous marriage. Although I could remember back then on internet, maybe IG, I heard something like kind of that he beats his wife. Although right now, since then, he didn't even try to defend himself there on the internet. He never gave out any speech or write-up defending himself or trying to say this is what happened. And also, the guy there interviewing him asked him why he didn't even try to defend himself there online. He tried to say that the people you are trying to explain yourself to will still be the ones to bully you here on the internet. Although I feel, yeah, it's true, he has a point there. So Emeka Ike tried to say that kind of someone he tries to love, he puts her as a priority, that's the wife, stabbed him so much that he couldn't recognize himself. He never knew there was a plan, that the wife was planning for him, and he's trying to tell the upcoming generation, young guys that are about to settle down, telling them that it's very hard, it's very difficult to find someone that you can trust, someone that you can settle down with. I can say that maybe he's only saying this thing from the pain that he must have passed through, because he said that all the things that he worked for, land, property documents, his schools, so many things went down. Kind of stating the fact that when he was traveling out, when he was leaving his house, he only left with just a briefcase. That's a briefcase that contains maybe clothing. He never expected that the wife would do it, that the wife would pick up the documents, his properties document, and kind of even had to clear the house, had to clear his own house unknowingly. So I just want to know, does it mean that Emeka Ike never sensed such? This is someone that you've been living with, and does it mean that the both of them never quarreled for once? She never gave him any reason to kind of scope or investigate her actions. Because when Emeka Ike is saying all these things, I felt that, is it that he never had the knowledge that such a thing will come, or he never kind of paid attention to this kind of details? Because it hit him so bad, so very bad. Although the last time that I heard about him beating his wife, he never responded. Even the wife didn't come on social media again to kind of top it up, to create more scandals. She never did. So what do you have to say about this Emeka Ike, famous Nollywood actor issue? And he's one of the individuals that kind of so many youth look up to. Let's just say he's not that troublesome person. And the only time you and I must have heard about his scandal is just that marriage scandal, saying that he beats his wife or something, kind of domestic violence, although it's been a long time ago. That should be more than 3 years. Yeah, it should be more than 3 years. It's not a new thing. So what do you have to say? Do you believe that there is no marriageable wife or marriageable girl out there again, according to what Emeka Ike said? Although Emeka Ike is not trying to pinpoint or dictate that there is no other good girl out there, he's trying to tell you that the good ones doesn't show up, doesn't showcase themselves, so you will see them. That the bad ones kind of try to let you know that they have the qualities that you need, kind of being a well-packaged, sexy girl, that kind of a thing. So, but I don't know how ladies try to do this. Is it that kind of before you get married to a man, you never had plans for yourself? You don't even try to get a property for yourself? You don't work, you only depend on the man's what? Income. Because the only thing that would lead a young lady or a married woman to start conniving with individuals to kind of strip the husband of all he ever worked for is someone being lazy, housewife, you're not doing anything, no income to come to you. As you've seen what your husband has, kind of, you will start being, should I say, jealous or whatsoever. But I believe that a young lady that works hard, pays her bill, kind of go to work in the morning, at the end of the month you have expectation of your personal income, wouldn't be this dubious or kind of, we can call it here in Nigeria, they call them gold digger. So wouldn't be having such a mindset of stripping a man of all he worked for before or even after he got married to you as a young lady. So what do you have to say about this Emeka Ike issue and the wife? Although I believe this is in the past now, they are clearly divorced, they are no longer together. And also when the interviewer asked him, did she ever came back to ask for forgiveness, to plead, to accept? And Emeka Ike says something like, if it wasn't intentional, although this kind of thing, you can't tell me that it wasn't intentional. It wasn't, how can it not be intentional? You packed everything out from his home. You went away with his files, his documents. No, there is nothing like, oh, this is not a deliberate act. This is a pure deliberate act. You know that this is what you're doing. You prepared for it. You had a plan with individuals. You planned ahead and cleared his home. Immediately he traveled to America. Yes, that was what he said. So as a young lady, what do you have to say? I don't want to say what led to her doing such a thing. You don't have to judge people that way. The both of them were married. You can't clear a man's house without telling him. You have no reason. And the man never told you that you should pack out of the home. Okay, if you feel like you want to kind of make him to feel pains, why not get yourself into a working class lady. Make yourself a working class lady, earn your own money, buy your car, kind of foot your own bill. That's when you want to make him realize that you can earn money too. But not in the situation whereby you steal all his stuff, including landed properties, cleaning his house, leaving it very empty without nothing. So remember to subscribe to my channel and also drop your own comments. What do you have to say about this? Did the young lady try? Or do you want to blame Emeka Ike, our famous Emeka Ike? What do you have to say? Have you seen so? Have you kind of encountered such issue? Or how do you settle it if you were to be a relative to the young lady? Or if you were to be a relative to Emeka Ike? So have a nice day and remember to subscribe to my channel. Bye-bye.